This story takes us to 2020, when two friends from Pittsburgh, Ryan and Matt, were bored late one summer night. With nothing else to do, they decide to drive out and explore one of the city's most well-known urban legends, Blue Mist Road. The road is actually called Irwin Road, tucked away in North Park. If you grew up around Pittsburgh, you've probably heard the stories. Strange glowing orbs, a mysterious blue mist that creeps across the pavement, and shadow figures that watch you from the trees. People say the whole area is haunted because deep in those woods are graves dating back to the early 1700s. Some are unmarked. Some belong to families who died in the early days of Pittsburgh. And over the years, their own stories of tragedy and strange rituals have been tied to this place. Ryan and Matt didn't really buy into this, but they thought it would be fun to see for themselves. Around midnight, they pulled onto the narrow, twisting road. It was pitch black, their headlights barely cutting through the wall of trees on either side. At first, it was just quiet, but then Matt leaned forward, pointing towards the tree line. Small, glowing orbs, pale blue in color, floated just above the ground. These weren't fireflies. These moved slowly, deliberately, almost drifting in a pattern. More appeared the longer they stared, until it seemed like the woods were alive with them. Before either of them could say a word, Ryan slammed the brakes. It was in the middle of the road, not 20 feet ahead, stood a tall, black figure. It wasn't shaped like an animal. It wasn't a trick of the headlights. It was a man-shaped shadow, darker than the night itself, standing perfectly still and facing the car. Matt whispered for him to turn around, but it got worse. From the woods on both sides, a strange mist began to roll across the pavement. It was a deep blue haze, curling low to the ground and swallowing the road. Within seconds, the car was surrounded by the mist, the orb still flickering through the trees, and the figure just standing there in the distance, waiting. Ryan threw the car into reverse and sped backwards down the road until they could finally turn around. They didn't stop until they were back under the streetlights near the main road. Both of them sat in silence, breathing hard, trying to make sense of what they just saw. Neither Ryan nor Matt have gone back since that night. They both said the same thing, that the figure didn't just appear. It felt like it had been there, watching, in the mist that rolled out on purpose. And when you consider the history of Blue Mist Road, those 1700s graves hidden in the woods, the tragedies and the lore surrounding them, it almost feels like something from Pittsburgh past is still lingering there.